Hello everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're looking at T20 yet again. And remember the other day how I said I was going to get a better game in this thing, and I wanted to better showcase this thing's abilities. Well, this is that game. It's just annoying that it happened on exactly the same map as the previous video. I'm going to play it in a very similar way, but you're all going to see the differences in terms of the way like I position myself and stuff. So this is a different game. This is not like a re-upload by accident. This is definitely a different game. But it's just annoying as hell that it happened. It just happened to happen on exactly the same map that I had the previous game on, which is a little annoying, but whatever. It was a pretty solid game, so I'm going to show it anyway. So, T20, I've already gone over some of the details on this machine. It's pretty quick. It's got no armor whatsoever to speak of. It has great gun depression. It has a solid gun. And that pretty much sums up this tank. It's also got a great view range as well. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. And there's a Jagdpanther too. So this is a tier 8 game. I forgot to mention that. And first shot, I clip his track and track him at the same time, and he begins to fall back. And I'm immediately thinking like here, yeah, he's probably not going to pop up again. I'm going to keep an eye in that direction because you never know. Sometimes people will poke out again almost immediately, and this guy seems to be doing that, which really caught me off guard when I was playing this game. I was like, why would you do that? You were just shot. Why would you poke out again? And no, it looks like he's had enough and he's going to leave and move somewhere else. Let's see, is he going to poke out? Nope, he's not. He just stops just shy of it, and I was using this gun to like judge where his silhouette would actually be. And he was hit by, wow, holy crap! I just going to take the wee second. I didn't notice this when I was playing this game. Holy crap! This is campiness on another level. It's been nearly 2 full minutes, and there is like, I can't actually see all the tanks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 or 8 tanks just all here. Holy crap! I didn't even notice that when I was playing this game. Jeez, if I had noticed that, I wouldn't have been anywhere near as aggressive as I was, but it worked out well in the end, as you're going to see. So, yeah, I guess no harm done bad, but jeez, I genuinely did not notice that. I was like thinking like I at least had some close range backup, but at this point you can clearly see that all except the artillery are outside of my view range at this point, and that was really lucky. I just clipped his lower front plate and penetrated him. But this is actually going to teach me a wee lesson here, you're about to say. I am so used to having guns that are just able to just go meh and just ignore Jagdpanther 2 armor that I completely forgot that did like 160 pen. Like that tank, I believe when it's appropriately angled can get up to like 170 effective armor. So I completely forgot like the actual thickness of the up front plate on the Jagdpanther 2, and I got lucky there. He didn't manage to hit me. That didn't cost me like half my health. But yeah, that's one thing I had to keep in mind from this point forward, where I was just like, oh yeah, there are tanks like that there, where most tanks you're just able to go through it, like it said, like it has no armor, but this one not quite enough penetration to do that. And there's a what they call that, Jagdpanther 2, but it's an MXIC 48 or no 46. They all have so much like the tier 7 and tier 8 have such similar names. I always forget which one's which. And let's see, try and go for another shot into this guy, but I have been double stunned by artillery. Yep, my accuracy is going to suck, and so is my view range, so I have like pretty much nothing I can do for the next 10 seconds. And you might be saying like, why don't you just use a med kit? From experience, the driver seems to be knocked out relatively often in this machine, and you don't want to be driving around without a driver, because it'll feel like you're driving a heavy tank. It just does not feel very mobile at all whenever you're driving around like that, and I'm not entirely sure why I was still reloading here. I'm not sure if I was ammo racked or not. Or maybe I was messing around with like high explosive rounds or something. That may have been what I was doing. Kind of like had a bit of lapse in memory there. I'm not 100% sure what I was doing there. I'll take a wee look in the like after I finish this recording. Let's see. So currently this game is actually also been a bit of a stomp, and there's a Rudy in front of me. He's not going to notice until about now that I'm actually sitting there aiming at him. And is he going to even go fire a shot at me? Nope, he doesn't even get one shot off because the SKRVS-1 is able to just snipe him from where he's at. So I'm on 1600 damage and 1000 spotting damage, and there's still 6 enemy tanks remaining. And there's a T29 over there, and there's an FE207 to my left, and wow, there's a bunch of tanks that are hanging around in the dunes. Am I saying that right? Dunes? I'm not sure. And then there's Crusader SP. I'm going to try and get rid of this FE207 first, because I don't really fear the Crusader SP. I don't think he's going to be able to get away very quickly. And going to focus on this guy, take the hit from the IKV. Not really much I can do about it, because I don't think I'm going to be quite quick enough, because the IKV, as far as TDs go, that thing's got a really, really good traverse speed. And I do manage to clip his track, and then ram him to death. But that cost me quite a lot of health, because I wasn't quite able to get outside of his gun arc. And I just want to point out that was my own artillery, but he said sorry pretty much instantly after he fired that shot off, and that was really stupid. I honestly did not realize that he was looking in this direction already. I honestly thought he would be potentially looking over to his left, because there's so many people on the ridgeline back there. But I'm not gonna be dumb anymore. I'm going to keep an eye on like where this guy's turret's pointing. Keep an eye on like when he fires. Just gonna keep watching. Oh, he's fired, and it actually took me a second to like register. Was that there from my teammates, or was that there from him? And of course that shot bounces, because why not? Oh god, like in this game, up, and then he gets absolutely annihilated by the M40, M43. And that's the end of that game. So that's 2600 damage. I'm not sure if I fired any blind shots in that game, so it could be more. 1500 spotting damage, and yeah, it was a pretty damn solid game. Significantly better damage and spotting damage and stuff like that there. Although I should just point out, I actually did have a game with like 2800 damage that I know for a fact I had 2800 damage in. But the problem with that game there is that was one of those games where you do pretty decently well, but no one else in your team does very well. So the enemy team, just by sheer weight of numbers, really can't do much. And also, I got some bad RNG in that game as well, so I didn't really feel like that one was really appropriate to show. I might show it in the future. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I might show it in the future. I haven't really decided yet. I'm not sure if it's like appropriate or not. Like whether or not. Whoops! What the hell am I doing with the camera? I'm not really sure if it's worth showing that one or not. I haven't decided yet. I guess I'll decide before next week hits, because I'm pretty sure 920 is either coming next week or the week after, and I have to make a bunch of videos as quickly as I possibly can on like all the videos all the different games I've stockpiled up. So yeah, let's go on to the post game stats here now. So this game was worth an Ace Tanker Mastery, and in terms of medals, I got a Piscucci medal and a High Caliber. At least I think it's a Piscucci medal. I can't remember off the top of my head which one's which, but I believe it's that one. 1342 base XP, 34,471 credits made. So that was a pretty damn good representation of how this tank can play, like in regards to like spotting damage and actually doing damage yourself and stuff like that there. And showing off the mobility and like how it was able to get around the map and get the damage near the end. If I had been a slower medium, I wouldn't be able to do what I did at the end there. So let's go on to the team score. In terms of team score, I came top of my team, 2600 damage. Next highest damage, the SQRVS 1. And on the enemy team, their best player did 1400 damage, and that was the T29 that was actually alive at the end there. So it was a pretty damn solid game for me. KV2 also had a really good showing there, considering it was tier 6, and our KV2 and the Dicker Max actually, now I'm noticing that. Two tier 6s that came in the top 3 along with me in the tier 7. Still really don't understand why people bitch and moan about tier 8s, or no, about being middle or bottom tier in a lot of games. Still don't get why people bitch, because the more I see, the more games I play, the more often I see the lower tiered vehicles actually coming top of the team. So it's kind of bizarre for people still bitch about it. Now on to the detailed report. 16 shots fired, every single shot hit apparently, holy crap. And 12 penetrations, 687 damage from beyond 300 meters, 1500 spotting damage, and after subtracting the ammunition costs and the repair costs for the vehicle, I made about 20,687 credits. And as I mentioned earlier, 1342 base XP. So that was a pretty damn solid game, and I think it's a significantly better representation of what this thing is capable of. And I forgot to actually mention when I was actually doing that part of the gameplay, but the Eggplant 2, whenever I was facing that there for the second time, um, like in the general time period where I bounced that shot off its upper front glacis plate. Um, let's see, what was I gonna say about that? During that time period, that's the kind of thing I do all the time. I was moving back and forward, like avoiding him getting shots into me. I was basically doing like the peekaboo playstyle, but I was doing it just using my turret, trying to avoid like showing my hull where I could. That's the kind of playstyle I primarily adopt in this tank. I don't like showing my hull because if you show your hull, it gives your enemies a significantly larger profile to hit. So try to only expose your turret. You're not going to bunch too many shots with your turret, but exposing just your turret reduces the amount of your tank that you're showing to your enemy, making it a lot more difficult for them to actually consistently hit you and consistently do damage, which allows you to keep your health for the later game, which allows you to do kind of what I did in that game in regards to like taking a hit or two to try and get some extra damage out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I really need to go over for this here particular replay. I might have a couple more T20 videos, but I reckon my next video will probably be on my next American Medium video will probably be on the Easy 8 just to break it up a wee bit. I'm also going to split it up a little bit with a couple of other different tanks I'm going to show off as well in regards to like the different vehicles I've been playing a lot lately. So yeah, so let's see, anything else we need to go over? Not that I can think of. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.